Here's how to find a boyfriend even when nobody wants to commit. I'm Andrew Betancourt. I'm a gay dating coach and I help established professionals find a real relationship. So I remember when I was dating, it was so freaking frustrating because for me, nobody wanted and was ready for a relationship. I remember one time I was dating this guy. We had even said, I love you. We were sleeping together. Another guy, we were sleeping together, different time. We were on and off for 1 to 2 years, and he still wasn't ready for a relationship. And I finally realized how to fix that problem. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to do that. So the key is we kind of just have, basically the key is filtering. That is the key. And I learned this through my own business because when you run a business, you have like especially a coaching business, I have to filter for certain types of clients. So for example, I offer dating coaching. That means I'm not a fitness coach. So if somebody wants help with fitness, I have to filter them out. They are not an ideal client for me. And you can use that same principle in dating. We call it qualifying. So here's what we're going to do. Let's say that you have to be meeting people. You have to have some lead flow, so to speak. But let's say you're talking to a guy or you're on the apps and you're messaging people and you're going on dates. I want you to filter. So I'm just going to share my screen and I'm going to show you this little checklist, this filtering criteria. The first thing we want to filter for is physical attraction. Most of us want to be physically attracted to the people we're dating, so we want to make sure, and people look different in their photos than they do in person, and they just act different too. So we want to make sure that we're physically attracted. It's okay if they don't look like an Instagram model, um, as long as you are physically attracted to them. Okay, this one's actually really important. Number two is accessibility. Can you access this person? If you don't know this person and they don't know you, like you've never matched on an app, you've only seen him on Instagram and he's got 30,000 followers and you can't even reach him, you can't access him, it's a no-go. We have to be able to access him, meaning, does he respond to my messages? Or does it take him 3 days to respond? Does he live within my driving distance or whatever it is for you? Number three, is there a sense of connection? This might take some time. Do I like this person? Do I admire him? Do I like the way I feel when I'm around him? Do I like all of that stuff? The fourth thing is compatibility. Yes, we're talking about sexual compatibility. We're talking about stage of life. We're also talking about personality type, and then a couple other things, but that we'll pause there. And then the fifth thing is, this is really important. Are they looking for a relationship? Are they looking for a relationship? And so this is the key is as you're messaging people and you're chatting with people, we want to be thinking about these things. And so what we do is when I work with clients, I actually give them an Excel spreadsheet. We're so freaking nerdy over here on the internet and in this corner of the internet. So what you're going to do is, and honestly though, this is what a matchmaker would do for you. So you're basically doing it yourself. So you're going to type in here, you're going to say Tom. And I'm just going to pretend it's Tom Daly. You're not going to use his last name. Just his first name is fine. We're going to say I met Tom Daly on Hinge. Is Tom Daly attractive? To me, very much so. Is he long-term oriented? I mean, this sucks because he's married. Okay, let's just pretend Matt. Okay, so Matt. Met him on Hinge. Attractive, yes. Is he long-term oriented? Yes, it says on his profile. Accessibility. So far, he does respond to me. He's only 20 minutes away from me. I'm going to give that a 9. Is there a sense of connection? If you don't know, the baseline is a 5. So maybe I don't know, but in this case, I do. Yeah, 7.5. Compatibility, that I don't know. I'm going to say a 5. I don't know what his sexual position is, so on and so forth. So he's a decent lead for me. So then the next thing that we want to do is we want to push him through the funnel. And a funnel is just a concept, meaning we take a lot of volume at the top and we get narrow and narrow and we to get a specific result. I know it sounds super nerdy, but just kind of stick with me. So let's say we're meeting people on Hinge, Bumble, Tinder. We're getting people, right? We're meeting people, matching with people, chatting with people, going on a date. Now, because he's a decent lead for me, I'm going to push him through the funnel. I'm going to ask him to hang out with me. There's a connection here. He's super attractive and I'm gonna say, "Do you want to grab a drink sometime? I'd love to hang out." And he's gonna say yes. So, of course, no. So he's gonna say yes. So we're getting drinks. So hanging, yeah, we'll just say drinks on Friday. Okay. Now let's say that, well, let's do another example. We'll say Chad. Let's say with Chad, we'll just make this even. I met Chad on Bumble. I do think Chad is attractive from what I can tell. And he does want a long-term relationship. He doesn't respond much at all, which really pisses me off. I'm making this up. So we're gonna say a three. Let me just kind of clean this up a bit. We're gonna say a three. Let me make sure that this will apply there. Okay. Connection so far, I don't know. It's hard to connect with him. He doesn't respond. Compatibility, I don't freaking know. Five. Okay, so he's a four. In terms of a candidate for me, that's not very high. So in this case, I don't really need to push him through the funnel. He's not that qualified of a lead for me. I'm going to unmatch him and I'm going to delete him from the spreadsheet. So do you see how that works? So for example, if I only had like, let's say I didn't have Matt in here and I only had this guy in here, that's a four. I'm gonna need to delete this and I need to meet more people. Do you see that? I need to meet more people. But let's say I had Matt in here and then I have another person in here and then now Matt, all of a sudden I did go on a date with him and I it really went well. I really liked him. He's so sweet. That's really strong now. And so with him, maybe I only want to date, maybe talk to rather like two other people max. And then the longer it goes well with Matt, and we're here, we're in this section where we're going on dates, that's going to lead to a relationship potentially. So I might stay with that connection and see where that connection goes. And I might pause on my swiping, for example. I might even hide my profile if you have a lot of matches. Okay. So that is the key. The key is to filter. The key is to qualify people. Okay, then once they kind of pass all these little check marks, we want to progress the relationship naturally. We want to make sure that there is mutual attraction. If there is not mutual attraction, do not pass go. Stay here and keep trying to create mutual attraction, checking in with him, seeing, you can ask him things like, do you I've been enjoying getting to know you. Like, how are you feeling about things? And he might be like, I think you're super sweet. I don't really know if the attraction's quite there for me, but I think you're super sweet. Then we don't pass go because it's not there. But let's say you guys kiss the first night. That's a very strong signal of attraction on both parts. So then we can go ahead and progress to the next stage is building a friendship, getting to know each other as friends. You guys are still dating essentially, but getting to know each other as friends. And what creates friendship? Shared experiences, hanging out, grabbing food, walking your dog, going to things together, spending time, putting in effort, even though you are busy, just budget some time. And then eventually, over time, we can develop more of an emotional bond. We can share our goals, we can share our experiences, things that are meaningful to us. That's how we create an emotional connection with somebody. And then we can introduce physical intimacy whenever it feels right for you. And then over time, there isn't really a right time. There isn't a right way and a right like time, like how long you should be dating someone before you label it. But at a certain point, you can establish some commitment. Some you can either, you guys can agree to be exclusive, meaning you're just seeing each other, and you guys could agree to being in a committed relationship, which is of course exclusive, but there's titles now, you're both boyfriends. So that's the way that you can find a relationship even when guys are not like super emotionally available, is we just filter those guys out and we just keep meeting people. And if it feels like if it sucks, then that's a mindset thing. We want to come back to the mindset because when I'm dating, I'm in a relationship now, but when I'm dating, these are the three things that are in my head. It's I am incredibly attractive. Hundreds of men want to date me. I'm compatible with hundreds of men. It's just a matter of time. So to me, doing this is not painful because I believe those things. I'm incredibly attractive. I'm compatible with hundreds of men. It's just a matter of time. But if you don't believe that, if you don't think you're attractive enough, if you think guys aren't trustworthy, the dating scene sucks, this, and that, and the other, then it's painful. So we do want to make sure the mindset stuff is checked in. And then from here, we're just meeting people, we're filtering people out, and then we're left with really great guys and we're progressing that relationship naturally. So I hope that's helpful. This is what I do with clients all day long. That's a tracking sheet that I use with my clients. If you want help with this, I want you to click the link below to book a free call. I'd love to meet you, hear about your specific situation, give you pointers in my perspective, and see if I can help you. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.